Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, we are going to be doing some French country, my favorite, decorating here in the dining room. I actually have been moving several pieces around the house, and now this piece that used to be in the living room and in the foyer has now made its way into the dining room, and I must say I'm loving it here. And if you see the reflection coming out of the mirror, that is the yellow French country hutch that I had out in the sunroom, and that now is in the kitchen area because we're removing the wall from behind the bookcase in the living room. Well, that's where the yellow hutch was at. And that just wasn't going to work. And I cannot part with this piece because I love the buttercream yellow and then just the whole French country vibe of this piece. So for right now, it will be staying in the dining area. If you're new to this channel, I invite you to subscribe to the Little Blue Fly and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. That being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so here I have two pieces here. The mirror, I actually have this in my Amazon storefront. They are out quite a bit with the mirror, but it can be purchased through uttermost.com. And then the buffet was actually, gosh, it has just delicious hand painting all over it. And it was a Facebook marketplace find, or maybe it was Craigslist back then. I always say that because I'm not quite sure. But I know this buffet, I do see it from time to time on Facebook Marketplace. And it is by Butler Furniture. The mirror and the buffet, they just work really well with one another. I love my mirrors. I love reflecting out of them. I love everything that has the dark, rich colors. Now, I cannot pan out. There is no way. I am mile high with boxes in this room right now. Well, actually storage bins. And I cannot pull out. And again, you can see the mirror actually next to the cabinet. And that has to go up on the wall. Many pieces moving around here and there. But we're getting there. This is the last room that I will be working in for Christmas. And I'll get the mirror up and I will show that in another video, if not this week, next week. Okay, so I have two pieces here. To the left, this was a recent find from Facebook Marketplace, and it is a vintage metal Christmas tree that I will be having so much fun with throughout the years. Really, I have an idea of what I'm doing with it today. We'll see if it works out. Now, the lamp next to it, that can be purchased from horchow.com. I can, in my description box, underneath the title of this video, click on more. My description box will come up. I will have a link for a couple items that I am sharing today in the video, and also my Amazon storefront can be found there as well. I really haven't put much in there for Christmas. However, there are some really nice items to look at in the store. They go well with each other, the different aged golds. And I don't know if any of you can notice, but the lighting in this dining room right now is everything. I recorded this early in the morning. This book was actually purchased from Hobby Lobby. Love to use it as a riser. But in the morning, the glow is fabulous in the dining room. So I lifted up the tree, have the 2 lamps, loving the black and all the French country gold goodness in this. I never tire of decorating French country. Okay, I'm a different goose, right? Okay, you're going to hear me start saying that quite a bit because I believe I am. So anyhow, this was purchased from Hobby Lobby. Great 70% off sales right now. And I decided I want to put a tree inside of a Christmas tree. I just simply tucked it into the side, and now I will be adding in these bells that were purchased from Hobby Lobby. I just wanted a little bit of greenery in with this metal tree, and I thought, let's just have one come out from the side. Love the burlap down at the bottom, as I guess for the root ball, right, of the pine tree. I added the bells, just weaved them through all of the branches. It's those different little things that I like adding in, very unusual things to my decor that just really speak to me. Okay, these were purchased, I believe, from Hobby Lobby. They're just little gold rings with ornament rings with some pine cones and berries and some cedar and pine. They would be so easy to make. Just, I know in the craft area they have little rings, and you would just use wire and just put the pine on there and the berries and wrap it around with the wire and glue on a couple pine cones. Pretty simple. Okay, so I placed them around on the tree, loving the look, the red. So I attached each with some crafting wire. And I placed a total of 5 of them on the tree. Now this piece was purchased from Home Goods. I was really drawn to the gold color on this piece because it's different. It's not like your usual gold that you see out there in the retail stores. And we are going to fill it with something wonderful. So I just tucked it back into the corner. So we're working with many different golds in this arrangement. The Christmas tree is giving us some warmth in the arrangement or the vignette. And now we will be adding in some dried oranges to give that great French country old world festive look and feel. And the oranges just go fabulous with the pine cones and the berries. And so I placed what little oranges I have left inside of this vessel. Now, one day, I suppose I'll get around to drawing some oranges and sharing that, but I just get so busy during the holiday season. I mean, it's really go, go, go. Okay, so this next piece, I will link this in my description box. It's by Robin King Designs. All of her plaques or tissue boxes, all her designs are vintage inspired. She signs the back of all of them. Around the edges, you have the gold gilding. And she just, if you haven't finished making your Christmas list, I highly suggest to put Robin King on your list because her designs are fabulous. For the ones that love, well, gosh, she has the French country, she has the farmhouse, the old world. She just has all the looks going on with her designs. So I wasn't sure. I'm really torn between a couple of them. And that was the fox, of course. I love it on top of that tartan plaid. And then my sweet little fella right here, the squirrel. And this is her tissue box. I almost wish I had the fox on a tissue box, but right now I just have it on the plaque. And again, if you mention the little blue fly, she will give a kind discount to you all. And again, I will link her in my description box. Great time to place her on your Christmas wish list. Okay, so I just wanted to share, here's the fox on top of the other plaque, and I love how you can place one of her plaques on top of the other, and it just flows and works so well. Of course, I would have used a different plate stand, but this is just to do a quick show because I did decide to go with my little fella here, my little squirrel. I can decorate with this piece all season and never tire of it. It just works right with that French country and old world feel. So I placed her tissue box on top of one of her plaques. And the great thing is you can use her plaques either as a base or place them on the wall. And I actually have quite a few of them. And after the holidays, I will be sharing how to do a large gallery wall with them. Well, it won't be too large because I don't have much space here at the cottage. But what I do have, we will have a great gallery wall. And now for the tissue box, this is what I like to do. I have this sweet little candle holder with all this delicious wax melted everywhere. And the candle holder was purchased from Hobby Lobby. But during the winter times, our noses, they get cold and a little bit drippy. So it's always nice to have the tissue. But when the tissue's not being used, I just place the candle holder right on top. And it's perfect. Now, the lighting, so after this, when we go into the closer look, I will have the lights turned on so that all of you can see when we make vignettes in our homes. Lamps are really everything. It's all about the lighting. It will bring any arrangement to life. And then with these lamps, it coming through the striping and the dark black shade, it just gives a gorgeous glow. Okay, so I love red transferware. This is a vintage red transferware pattern. I will share the name at the bottom here in a moment. I did purchase these from when I was in California. And I have shared these before because the only thing that all of our items were in California, and the only things I brought over with me were these teacups. But now I have the full entire set. And all I can say is watch out for my Christmas tablescape because it will be coming, if not this week, next week. And it is going to be a stunner. Very French country and old world and, some of the traditional. It's just going to be a very welcoming tablescape. So I decided I wanted to add a little bit more color to this arrangement and just help it feel a little bit more vintage. So we're going to come right back for the closer look with lights on, and you will see where I place the teacups. And make sure, if you enjoyed this video, to give it a like. Help us really get in that algorithm, leave a comment, and think about also following me on Instagram and Facebook.